God damn it.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Oh,
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And Jones hands it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. You're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Rosen. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some deep.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Rosen to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll run it here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for Dial Pumphrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I'd make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
After the interception, here's Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
3rd and long, it's Darnold looking for Shepard deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Darnold from the gun. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Oh, the spin. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Giants are in for 6. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's Rosen. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. 3rd down here.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Rosen. Aguilar has it. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
On second down, Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the back.
Oh!
And the ball is knocked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Hot.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 2nd down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Gone, gone.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw is Rosen. Completes it to Aguilar. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And this is incomplete. Quincy Noon with the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set, blue 90, blue 90. Detroit, Detroit. Gone, 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 gone.
Second and 10, it's Rosen again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point. And this remains a 7-6 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look
and
at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership at the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Here's Darnold now on second down. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
I jumped for the ball, I thought.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. On the stop, it's Delvin Breaux. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time.
No.
That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he connects with Ertz. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Elliott puts this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Smallwood on the return. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50. And now out come the Giants. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Darnold is going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here comes Grant on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Drops it off to Ajayi. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Rosas now to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. New York set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
We'll see how determined they are.
That would happen.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A handoff to Barkley. Spins past it. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's caught. Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. The pitch goes to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Darnold.
Oh, my gosh.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 50 catches for him
Couldn't
now
get
on
to
the
the
year.
line.
He's got a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll begin the drive with a J. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Green 39, Green 39. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They run again with Ajayi. Ajayi 1st down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Over.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
No, Jack, Patriot.
he'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And he puts it through. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. 16
yards right off the bat and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, stupid.
To his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception. Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sidelines. He could not come up with that football. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a two-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They run to the Johnny. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A run, it's Clement. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Here's a give to Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Looking to throw. Now they go.
Are you kidding me, dude? Where the hell?
To the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if...
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Rosen. Sliding.
No!
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will score. Touchdown.
That was a stupid throw on my part. That was
We know this
completely
defense
stupid
has
throw.
athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Back to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe is returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On second down, here's Rosen. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit! Detroit!
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it's Rosen.
No.
And that is incomplete.
I mean, he was so open.
They're tough enough, pressure-packed enough.
So
For these
open,
elements,
dude.
it's
So
significantly
open.
tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Gallman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Giants, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.